All right, let's talk patch management. Oh, another thing I want to keep kind of quick. I think I've covered another video in another older version. We just did the standalone inventory for this Windows XP box. It's here. So XP will not have patches replicable today. Now, that doesn't mean, well, we don't even have the agent on that machine. So what we're going to do is go over patch management real quick. Real quick means probably an hour video. That's just the way it works. Patch management, you need what they call PMImport. That PMImport file, it dictates what patches are out and the rules, applicability rules, all that stuff. So the first thing you have to do is import patch data for Windows, right? You've probably seen me on this before. Oh, a new thing, get. So the PMImport, usually you don't have to do all this, right? But I'm going to go ahead and add that new one. And what you should do, it's up to you. Daily, weekly, monthly, manually, whatever. But patches will not show up in a list for any software checked off unless you have a schedule. So as you see, I have a reoccurring schedule, 13, 14, 15. Did not go today. And I wonder why. So properties, take a look at this. Every day. We missed 2 days. Okay. Well, but I know we have what we need here. So, Red Hat, Python, grab them all, just get the lab. I don't care. The bigger it is, the messier it gets. You know, I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So the first thing is to patch the PMImport. The other thing is you're going to have assessment scan. Okay. Here it is. You can set up a schedule to run automatically, but every client machine runs every 4 hours. So you're okay with that. Take a look here. All right. So with the PMImport, we can now go to Home, Patch Management, and there's also Action Software Patch Remediation Center. 2 different things, they both serve the same purpose. They'll get you the patches. So by going Home, Patch Management, it brings you here. And you've got everything from compliance remediation reports. You have the settings. We were just here. So bulletins and updates. One of these shows applicability, the other does not. That's basically how you can decide which one you want to use. This one shows applies. And because that applies, this is a good one to use. Home, patch management, that's how you get here. If you right click a patch, does not show you some other things. The other one will show you, which I will show you in a minute. Now, we can do Windows XP. You can go backwards and grab XPE. Oh, here we go. All these patches down here. Okay, so far none of them are applicable. We have no agent installed. If we install the agent on an XP machine, which we will, these applied to will become one. Now, you don't have to pay for extended support. Okay, not for old patches. You'll be able to go all the way to, I think it's 2014. So let's take a look. 13, 14, somewhere around here. You should be able to patch Windows XP. Platform Windows vendor. So this is where, like I said, it gets kind of messy. If we unfilter here, messy because we will literally see anything that comes up here. What's in that drop down? We got Apple. Type Apple. See, iCloud, iTunes, everything. If you don't want this stuff, do not check all that stuff off on the other screen. All right. So Apple. Now, this month, it's January, right? So let's look at just January. Go right to the top. Let's see if I actually don't know if this works. Let's do percent 2024. That does not work. I'm hoping it will go to the release folder. Ooh, actually, there is one, so that would have shown up. What is today's date? Let's look at the calendar. So patch Tuesday, which is here, which would have been here. All right, you know what? Let's go run import test, because I think that there are patches, and unfortunately it just happened to be not in my favor. Now this is going to run for a while. I'm going to pause the out so you don't have to drag through, because this is going to take a while. It's got, because we have all these checked off, it's going to check everything, which we don't have all this stuff installed, so we don't need it all. But it's a lab, so who cares? All right, we'll be right back. Actually, while this is running, we can take this opportunity to talk about the settings. So, on a client machine, we're on this, we'll pull it up here. Why is hide? This is another thing that you need to figure out how you want to handle. There is no right or wrong way. Right now we have this client machine is saying patches will install at 8 a.m. every day starting Monday, July 2020. July 20th, 2020. Settings, all settings. Software. Patch management. This is important. We gotta look at this real quick. It's not the one I want. Come on, get away from the standalone inventory. And this thing's running a little slow. SQL Server requires multiple arrays. You know, the tempDB on an array, the database on an array, and I don't have that. So, come on, we'll right click. Plus, we're doing the PMImport on top of it. Yeah. Just chugging along. Patch Remediation Center. So what you can do is if anybody uninstalls a patch, you can have it reinstall. So you're having to filter update every 30 minutes. That's by default. You can change that. I think I have it every 4 hours. The targeted machines here as well. I have that changed as well. We actually have a filter that we have that excludes servers and whatnot because we don't manage the servers. So we call it our supported machines. And I would change that here and change it to every 2 hours, 4 hours. 30 minutes is a little aggressive. The lab, I'm going to leave it alone. The assessment scan, same thing. Assessment scan is set to every 30 minutes. It's a lab. Doesn't hurt. You really don't want your computers to find things related to remediation process for Windows Update. You don't want every 30 minutes. That's a lot. But you can if you want. Right. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Windows System Assessment Scan. Every 4 hours. That is better. That you can actually see back here. Software delivery, Windows System Assessment Scan. So the next run's at 12. And that's because it's set for every 4 hours. Now, if I change that to say every 12, you know what? Let's try it. 12 hours. Let's see if it changes. Save. And that's a big thing with Altiris. If we change one little thing, check the agent in and see if it actually modified. If it changed, then you know you changed the right item. So, save changes. update, bang, new configuration. Now, it's still set for midnight. That's not going to change, and that's fine. But from that point, it's only going to go every 12 hours. 12 hours is a bit much. We'll go back to 4. PMImport still running? Yes, it is. It's going to run for a while. All right. So what else can we talk about? Oh, it is patient data sent to where is it? The default policy. Oh, it's not here. It's not in this tab. So this is the settings section. We go to manage policies. Here's where it is. Patch management. And here's that patch remediation center I was talking about. But come down here. Here are, oh, we actually did run through patch management in 2020, MS20. We deployed patches, Windows 10, final license 2019, MRNet is .NET, Adobe, SSU. Oh, what the hell that is? And SSM. I think I was trying to do software deployment. Okay. Exactly not what I'm. Software patch. Here's where all the patches will be. I don't know offhand, like, quite right, because once you set it and forget it, it is settings now. Now I remember. Because, see, I move them out, too. I can search for default, and I'll see it's a patch remediation center. Same thing. Available. It doesn't show you applicability. You know, how many machines it's applied to, applicable to. So I don't use this one as much. Go back, settings, all settings. We'll hunt this thing down. It's here. Patch, Windows, not this. Oh, sorry, I touched my back button on my mouse. Agents. You know, it might be under agents. Software. Yeah, it is. Patch, Windows. And we talked about this before too. So by default, this default software update plugin policy is what's get created. And what you notice is you can set the schedule for when you want to deploy patches. Okay. 121. Oh, 20. Yeah, 121, 2024. Look at that. Did I do that the other night? I don't remember. Anyway, so you have this here. Now, if you notice this guy up here, test machine patch policy. Got one machine, admin PC. The target is that, okay? But you can now target. So what you do is you clone this policy. Let's do, you can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to call it server software update, okay? And we're going to set this for is the 17th. We'll go to 19th. Applied to. Here's our recent targets. It shows nothing. All right. The targets. Type. Server. All right. What do we have in here by default? These servers. Oh, use server targets. There we go. We have 4 computers. What do we have? Altiris, the DC, SQL, and Server 2019. I like that. The point of what I'm showing you here is this is how you go about breaking up your environment. The way it works, this could be laptops, this can be mobile devices, it can be desktops, it can be a department, it can be whatever you want it to be. The point is you create multiple policies here. Refresh this. And then we're going to rename Okay. And refresh, because it kind of organizes it. See? Now, as I said earlier, yes, it's under agents and settings. It's not hard to find. New. Oh, new folder. One.rigs lab. You can do a star if you want. I just numerically do things for some reason. New folder. Patch management. You can keep going. Policy folder. I don't need to. Move this. Move this. I always leave default alone where it is. Now, as long as your machines meet this criteria here, they'll go on the schedule. So let me refresh it. So what I mean by that is, let's say it's next month, it's February. First thing I do is I come in here, I go up here, go like this, I go, okay, what do I have? My test machines, I'm going to change it to, oh, wow. Let's do this. 2024 and July. Here, it's like I'm working on these. So 17, test machine 17. I want them to go tomorrow. One machine, the admin PC. Come over here. Actually, I can show you this. 2 is on 119. Okay. Now I leave this guy down here because on upgrades and stuff, it could move the default back. So I leave it down there. And the thing is, though, is whatever's not covered up here will get this default policy because they should be covered. At the end of the software update, I want to reboot, blah, blah, blah. Patch is completed. These ones you can then control the reboot. Now, what I was saying is that Windows 11 box. Oh, wow. Just got patched. Let's take a look at what it got, because I did not expect that yet, and that's fine. I'm fine with it getting patched. Software updates, it received these. Really? I don't remember this. 121. So here's the schedule. 8 a.m. every day, starting Sunday, January 21st. Over here. Let's go here. The 21st. Now I'm going to make this the 17th, make the 16th. Hit save. 25 of 33, we're still going. State config. The one bounced out. This one should go now. Nope, it's set itself up. So BMWT. I don't remember setting that up. We're going to reboot now. Manage policies. Now, I am partaking in a beverage tonight. Even at that, we still figure out, because my mind isn't clear when I set this up. I don't know. So we right-click properties. January 12th, it was only 5 days ago. Man, I'm getting old. I can't remember that. Audit. 52,000. I don't remember setting this up. Huh, interesting. which is fine. It went firmware tools. That's fine. And this one is Eagle Server Management Studio. I'm going to look through my previous videos now. Got me wondering. We're at 20 minutes. We're going to log into Windows 11. Admin PC. Config. It's got a new config. All right. Also to show you what has been installed on the machine. So this window doesn't stay. This machine's still logging in. This window does not stay for patches long. It could be an hour, 2 hours, a day or two. What you can do, you can navigate to the program files, Altiris agent, agents, patch management, and there's an install log.csv. They can run reports in Altiris as well. Worry about that another day. But here you go. God, I knew it was going to don't show again. Not gonna let me. No. Oh, it's not licensed. But anyway, click here. You can see the date. Get your licensed version of Excel, Office, whatever. You can expand these folders. But you can see 7/17/2020, we installed this Windows 10 patch. It failed, actually. And on this date, MPP succeeded. Windows 10X for professional 2004. But here are the patches we set up and they went. So this is where you can go to find out what patches went later. If you're manually on a machine. Program files, Altiris agent, agents, patch management. Okay. Get out of that. Back to Windows 11 box. All right. It's back up. For update, see it's blank. And we go. And you can open that up actually in Notepad. Program files, Altiris, agent, agents, patch management. This machine doesn't have Excel. So we will Notepad it. And look, it's clean. So attempted time. Bulletin status command code. So succeeded. We received 2 patches on the 17th of today. VC redistributable. So that's really it with patch management. So VMware Tools is scheduled. This one installed. Come down here. We'll start kicking it off. What you'll see in Task Manager is patch assessment first. There it is, patch assessment. It's rerunning an assessment even though it runs every 4 hours because they don't know. You could have it set to every 2 weeks. So it runs a patch assessment first to make sure. And then this will go to installation. And it'll pass or fail. It'll install or not, reboot, whatever. That's all there is to patch management. But let's take a look back here again. All right, so it's still installing. I'll give you some pointers. Let's see if Patch Remediation Center can do it for us. Okay. Understanding your environment. I already talked about Windows 7. You can patch up to 2014, 10 years ago. So There's going to be vulnerable, but you can patch as best as you can. Manual download, yeah. I didn't do that. This is weird. Okay. Yeah, look at this. All kinds of crap got manually downloaded. Policies. There's our... Okay, there we go. The policies we did in the last set is here. I don't know about this manual download, but do not sort that way. So there are certain things you need to understand. So Windows 10 incorporated what they call SSU, okay? Service Stack Update. Took me a lot of troubleshooting, learning. Why didn't my patches go and all that stuff? So these SSUs, right? You have to deploy them or service stack. Patches won't go unless these are installed. Microsoft started including them in the OS. However, I'm looking here. Old OS, yep, okay. As I just said, Windows 10 and 11, they started including them in the patch, okay? So as you see here, Server 2012 R2 is still supported. That's wild. December 2023, Server 2008, really? They're giving service stack updates for that? Okay. They're not giving any other patches, but so if you're not getting patches, the first thing to look to make sure the SSUs are there. However, if you're going for the latest W10, I don't do MSNS. This ain't gonna make a difference. Here we go. SMS. Come on, back down. As you can see here, so here are MS2401 Windows 10. So this version. Now, they used to tell you the damn version. That is getting to be annoying. But they have build 2.0 build 40204. All right. .21H2. That's what this patch will work for. Now, to understand the difference here, right? You have MS2401, 201 here. Hopefully it'll crop us down. I don't have a 24, damn it. MSNS 2301, build 1904, 19044 is not up there. All right, so the way this works is, so one thing we do, and it's nice, it says right here. So MS23s are security cumulative update only. The MSNS are more, oh, it says cumulative update. Oh, it's cumulative update, not security cumulative update. So we only do the MSs, right? It's security fixes. The cumulative is everything, the optional and all that stuff. So once again, pick and choose what you want. And I'm going to keep this. We're going to hit over 30 minutes. Keep this one short. Reports, software, patch management. There's a couple reports here. I'll try to keep it under 45 minutes. The superseded. Every month, right? Your download patches. Now I'm going to have them. Because I did this last in 2020. So what I want to do is come out here. And it's going to run. And we're going to go back to 2000. run. So let's say it's a new month, right? I just downloaded the new patches, set them up, they're all good to go. But I still have the old stuff. Well, I want to come in here and go downloaded. Oh, look, I have old patches. These two. Windows 10 Pro Edition and Surfacing Stack Update for version 1709 Windows 10. Right click, disable, and it gives you a great ability. Now, the green means you have one. So remove the selected bulletin. So it's going to remove our policies. It's going to free up hard drive space because they're not applicable. I'll hit run. Click downloaded. Now, nothing. Policies. Zeros. Nothing. Okay. We're good with the superseded. You have... Uh-oh. I just screwed up trying to rush. I was on non-superseded. Pay attention to that, please. Yeah, this looks better. Okay. And this makes sense because these SSUs are really old. A lab, and I'm doing a video. I can screw up. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Disable. Remove. Software. Obviously going to take a minute here now. Hit run again. Come on. Yeah, performance in this lab is bad. Double click, click, click. So we have no superseded. You can even do partially superseded as well. Still going. We're not going to be able to do it tonight. 1:17 is 10:43. I'm going to go to bed. Oh, here we go. Partially superseded. Adobe Flash Player. Disable. So the great thing is it'll just take the pieces it needs to out of the policy. If there's parts that are not superseded, it won't take the whole thing. So we're good there. Compliant. I'm up here, right? Take a look at by computer. Now, these are new to me in 8.7. I got to learn the CVE IDs. All right. I want by 2000. I want to know fully. Here are our computers. You notice the Windows XP is not in here because it doesn't have an agent. Applicable, installed, not installed, no restart pending. So you can use this to get an idea. Now, take this admin PC. It says there's 22 not installed. View not installed. You can come back here and figure out what isn't there. Now, it's a lab, and been 2 years since I've been on this lab. The things are still getting going, working, and whatnot. Now, I can sit here and figure out now Windows Admin Center. MPP, VMware tools. And we have a lot of stuff here to do. Right click, wait for the menu. Distribute packages partially. That's interesting. Distribute package. Let's see what happens. So you can use this interface. Oh, look, it's going to go grab it. Now, it's okay. It's saying target 6. The applicability rule works here. If a machine isn't applicable, the patch will not try and install. It won't give you errors. It won't break the machine. We'll go ahead and go through. So you can go through this. This is another method you can use. It has SQL Server on it. It does. SQL Server Studio. And there's an update there, it seems. So you can utilize this page as well. Now, if we go close, Manage policies. I believe we should now see that new one we just created right there. See? And all the other ones got deleted because they were superseded. Here we go. Now this is on the admin PC, which we're on. So no new things need to settle in. Yeah, that's it. So I mean, patch management. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of intertwined pieces and things you got to work. Not too hard. There's reports. There's PMImport. There's a lot to it. So hopefully I got you a little closer to some of it. Well, it's the next day, and here we go. PMImport is done. Definitely had enough time. So software bulletins imported 15,546. Software updates 41,066. None were deleted. Not quite sure if that's a setting that we did not set. Hit close. Let's take a quick peek. Let's see. Do not delete. Okay, so there's part of it. So you can, these are settings you can play around with. It depends on what you need. A lot of times I don't automatically do these. Since this is a lab, we will look. So the revised software updates policies with vendor changes. So if a V2 patch comes out, I believe that means it'll automatically stage it and do not disable or delete superseded, which would mean that it would. So disable rollout is superseded updates, disable rollout, superseded updates with policies. So, wow, they've actually changed this a lot in this version. Apply only to updates older than 1 month. So you can choose how you want to handle it. I'm going to leave it. So now what we're going to do is I tried showing you this month's patches. I'm going to take a look at that. While that is loading, we'll go to reports and we'll take a look at a couple of machines. So, all right, Windows compliance by computer could be run. Definitely not. My lab is a flat system, meaning SQL is not set up for speed. It doesn't have multiple arrays. You know, the OS drive isn't mirrored. The logs, database, and temp are not on separate arrays. So you'll see little performance issues here and there. Let's take a look. There's 8 applicable, 2 installed, 6 not installed. I see some 6s here and 16. So let's take a look at this one first. See what we got. 2 inches of snow ahead. That's it, 2. Hoping for a lot more than that. All right. Today is... Hey, what? 20... Ah. That's weird. All right, let's not show on the clock. I'm not seeing any newer patches. Released 1.9, it's 1.18. All right, so this machine has VMware tools, 7-zip. I'm gonna try something here. So we do have to be careful because we don't want to deploy the same patch. And what I mean by that, let's see, so it's Windows 10. That one and this one down here, they would conflict. This is for Windows MSNS 23-11, so it's November 2023, Windows 10. How's that? Oh, it's an MSNS. They're usually bigger roll-ups. And like I said, this one should be security only. But, and like here we have 2 versions. Or by update, Windows 10, .net. .net. Not quite sure what I want to do here. This is like 86, 64. Oh, okay, that's why there's two of those. Let me see what happens if I do this. I've never done this before. Distribute packages partial. Distribute package. All right. Okay. I'm going to call this admin PC applies to actually applies to Windows. Okay, never mind. Well, let's just go ahead and distribute. We will call it for one. This isn't normally how I do. Normally I do patches individually. I will show you that in a minute. This has to go. What will happen is it's going to download. It's going to take a little while. So it's going to download all these patches and then set this policy up. What I normally do is at the patch level like this, I would go, okay, this applies to 6. Trying to find something. Apply. So MSRTs, they're just scanned. So let's take RT, MSRT. Here's the January one. What I normally would do is right click, say distribute. All right. So what I would normally, let's get to what I normally. I have a custom severity. I have gone over that before. Is I would find my patches and set them. And then I would search for that custom severity because I have multiple selected. But then I would right click, I would download them off first because I got like 10 or 20 patches selected. Since we're going to do one, just distribute, MSRT, and go, and distribute. Going, distribute, manage, policies, patch. I'll show up right here. I have one at the moment. Okay, this one looks like it's just going to sit here waiting until this downloads. So we're going to let it download. This one file right here is 434 meg. And I do have FIOS, as you saw, 900 down, 900 up. Sometimes a little bit faster, a little bit slower, but shouldn't take long. But we do have a good amount of patches selected, so we'll be right back. All right, just finished. That one seems like it finished as well. Let's refresh here. Management, software updates. There we go. So here's our single line item. I would do one at a time. This one policy, software bulletin, one bulletin and one policy. This one has lots of software bulletins in one policy. So let's go ahead real quick. This guy got something installed. Go ahead and restart now. Let's restart and go to admin PC where we were at. Check it in. May take time since that was created. No new updates. We did base that January rollout based on this machine. Excuse me. There, see right here, all these. So let's do that. Settings. I'm a wee bit tired. Update policies. All right. policy updates. Now let's check this machine in again. Still none. It should go eventually. It should check in. But patches will be there. They will go. While we're here, we'll take a look. Windows 11. Rebooted. Take a look at, well, XP is not going to have any patches. As I said, it has the ability to patch of old patches. Let's see. The program files, Altiris, agent, activate. It's still starting up. All right, well, no reason for us to keep holding here, but patch management, you see how to set up patches, how to download them, PMImport, reporting. It is what it is. You look at applicability, you run the compliance reports, you set up patches as long as it's okay for you. I know we stopped doing .NET because I started breaking machines because of various vendor software and all that stuff. So you make the choice on what you need to do. Still nothing there. There's 11. Still hasn't started the agent. Let's go back in here. I just want to see. And just because that policy, they said it's applicable to 6 machines. It's kind of like an open thing. It's applicable, but now it just says it's targeting. Doesn't mean they're applicable. A better way to put it. Update, no new, nothing here. All right. Now, next video, we'll take a quick peek back in before we dive in. Not sure what it'll be. But anyway, thanks for watching.